My name is Kyle Sinclair. I'll be doing a metal wood concrete texture tutorial. This first video will be about metal. So I got my wall here, which is going to be the metal. I got the front, the top, and the back here. I've already imported the UVs into Photoshop here, and I've pulled some textures already off of this website here, cgtextures.com. You can get 15 megs of textures for free every day. And so, like I said, I've imported it into here. I'm going to use this metal here as my base, and I'm going to use this here as just an overlay. I'm going to scale it down to some so it looks a little more realistic in proportion with the UVs and the proportion of the scratches in the dirt, because I don't want a really big scratch going across my whole wall and making it look like crap. So I've scaled it down a bit so it looks in proportion, and I'm just gonna play with the blending options a bit so I can get something that I like. I'm just gonna move up to the next texture here, do the same thing. And it's really about just playing with your textures, scaling them down, getting something that looks pretty decent here. And not really liking this one here. I think what I'm going to do with this one here is make this a specular map. So I'm going to change it to black and white. I'm going to crank the contrast on it, bit of the brightness. So that's going to be my specular map, so I'm just going to take that out for now, and I'm just going to use these here. Move this down one. So I'm just going to flip this here because I really like this line that's going across here, this seam. So I'm going to try and keep that. Now, doesn't look too bad. I'm going to add some bit of color here. So what I'm doing here is just adding the ground, basically a simulation of the ground and the sky. Then I'm going to crank this down, set the soft light, bring the opacity way down, so it just gives off a tinge of these colors. And let's see here. Play with the brightness and contrast a bit. Okay, so I'm going to see what this looks like in Photoshop here. Or not Photoshop, 3ds Max. Throw this on, show this viewport. So it doesn't look too bad. It's kind of like a some kind of metal you'd see on like on the side of a ocean or something. Some kind of metal. It's all kind of blue and rusted a bit. Doesn't look too bad, so just going to play with the light a bit here. I'm going to throw in the specular map as well. Alright, so the specular's in. Turn up the lighting.